Check out these tweets from McKenna in China. Let me read this one. It says, Canada and China recognize the environment and the economy go hand in hand, and our two countries are committed to working together. Always great seeing Minister Xie Zhenhua, my co-chair for the China Council Executive Meeting, and Art Hansen. And then it says Canada in China at the end. Let me read this next one. The China Council had an incredibly productive discussion on taking climate action and how the circular economy, what's that, can beat plastic pollution. Oh, so she is talking about straws. Good hearing from Vice Minister Zhao Yingmin, Administrator Steiner, and Special Representative Vidar Helgeson, Canada in China. Okay, now, so I assumed that the China Council was the Canada-China Trade Council, Business Council. That's what I assumed Canada and China meant. We're trying to sell them things. That's what we do, the trade missions, Team Canada. We don't really sell a lot of things to China. We import a lot from them. The trade's very lopsided. But that's not the China Council she's talking about. I thought it was this Business Council here. You look at its board of directors, you see senior businessmen, you see, there is the ambassador, but if you scroll down, you see some ex-politicians, you see some liberals, you see some Tories, Stockwell Day's on there. There's Martin Cauchon, former liberal. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see James Moore on there. So it's sort of this nonpartisan friendship council trying to get business going. It's really just a chamber of commerce for Canada-China business. Fair enough, right? That's not the China Council that Catherine McKenna went to. She went to this weird, obscure thing. This is what it's called, the China Council for International Cooperation on Environment and Development. And that is not a Canadian council. That is a Chinese government agency. It is part of the Chinese government. It is to promote the Chinese government's interests. Catherine McKenna actually sits on a panel of an agency set up by the Chinese Communist Party to promote China. I'm not kidding. This is not an international group. It's a Chinese group. Look at the membership list. The chairman is this guy, Han Zheng. He's the vice premier of the National People's Congress. So he's a top communist. He's the chairman of this thing. Look at the number 2 here. The executive vice chair, Li Ganjie. His biography proudly shows that he joined the Communist Party in 1984. And the next vice chair is Catherine McKenna. What is she doing working on a Chinese government committee? Scroll down, there's more Chinese communists. There's a few international NGOs, but no one else has a cabinet minister working for the Chinese government. What is this thing? This is not the Canada-China Business Council. It's got nothing to do with promoting Canadian interests. It is a Chinese government council. Let me read from their official charter, the section called Mission and Tasks. This is from their charter. Now, it's written in that Soviet style, but bear with me. This is the council that Catherine McKenna is talking about. Ready? CCICED will provide policy analysis and recommendations, technical support, best practice experience, and early warning in support of the national 5-year plans and China's goal of building a moderately well-off society. CCICED will support the implementation of the Chinese government's socio-economic and sustainable development strategies, the accelerated development of a resource-conserving and environmentally friendly society, and an evidence-based approach to comprehensive, coordinated, and balanced policies covering the environment, the economy, and society. Okay, so this has got nothing to do with Canada. This is about promoting China and promoting the Communist Party's 5-year plans. And Catherine McKenna is the vice chair of this Chinese government committee. What on earth? She is literally co-chairing a Chinese Communist Party council on how to meet their 5-year plan. Are you ready to be grossed out? Check this out. Ready? Canadian taxpayers are literally paying $1.6 million a year to the Chinese government for the privilege of sitting on their council to help them meet the Communist Party's 5-year plan. It's got nothing to do with Canada's interests. We're paying $1.6 million bucks a year to China so Catherine McKenna can sit on a Chinese government committee to help China. What? That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show, weekdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day I do a monologue, interview a guest, and read my fan mail and my hate mail. To subscribe, go to therebel.media/shows.